The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Good evening, this is Sunday's News. Thanks for joining us. In this edition, Prime Minister welcomes Vagrancy Act, Central Festival ends on a high note, and women's football team regroup in training camp. The new Vagrancy Act was timely and a necessary response to increasing incidents of street violence, disorderly behavior, and public safety concerns in the nation's capital. Prime Minister James Marape made these remarks when welcoming the Parliament's passing of the Vagrancy Act by an overwhelming 80-1 votes last Thursday.
Prime Minister James Marape welcomed Parliament's passage of the Vagrancy Act by an overwhelming 81 votes, reaffirming the government's strong support for the legislation introduced by National Capital District Governor Paul Sparkop to restore order, safety and discipline in Port Moresby and urban centers across Papua New Guinea. He said this law is about restoring order in the city and protecting our people and not intended to target ordinary citizens who live peacefully, but specifically aimed at those who engage in lawlessness, those who carry weapons, incite violence, and create fear in the communities. The Prime Minister described Port Moresby as a national city that belongs to all Papua New Guineans and stressed the importance of respect for the Motu Koita land owners, for fellow citizens and for international visitors.
Turn in the right direction. Emino rouse him. All people who said cause him problemless city. Stop lo rouse him who said you cause him problemless city. You come lo city, now you be him lawless city, you be him lawless country, and more importantly, all Motu Koita law. Passing lo Motu Koita, you may look him, all lot of you may come stop lo ground long. All sit down easy, now all is live through peacefully, now you may all come line, fight, cross, round, go come. And so I want to encourage everyone to live in the city. This law, but deal want them online, you live within the prescribed of law of country. You broke him law through this process by Golo court, not this line broke him law. In fact, Governor, I propose this law must be congruent to the entire spirit and the text of the criminal code.
The Prime Minister further warned that individuals involved in criminal activities such as carrying bush knives, engaging in street fights or causing public disturbance would face stricter enforcement under the new law. He also announced complementary measures to strengthen law enforcement, including the rollout of expanded CCTV surveillance across Port Moresby. In addition, Prime Minister Marape says the government is working on further legislative amendments to impose tougher penalties on those found carrying dangerous weapons. Freddie Moe, TVWAN News.
The City Warden management team is keen to systemize the program to ensure it continues without failure in providing a safety environment for city residents. Since the implementation of the City Warden program in 2024, the management has put more focus on the outcome of the program. The goals they set were to enhance safety, eliminate illegal vending, ensure compliance, strengthen community relations, and promote public awareness. These goals have been achieved, and they are now working on systemizing the program.
Is to systemize this program. Unlike past programs like Basta Warden and City Rangers, because they were not sustainable and they failed. So with this new city warden concept, we are trying to systemize it. So even if I'm around, or if I'm not around, even if my director Fraser Liu is not around, the program will still continue.
City Warden Deputy Director Amos Koiman said the other step they are taking is to secure the program.
The budget given to us by NCDC starting last year January, and it lapsed this year January 2026. So since February till now March, we've been working on a new budget, which we have completed, submitted to the board and management of NCDC, and we are working on procuring the contract. It has to go through the procurement process.
Improving the management of payment is an issue they are working to fix to ensure the wardens are paid on time to boost their efforts in keeping the public safe. Delay of payment is a main challenge they are currently facing.
Paid through the submission of timesheets, incident reports, and starting this year, we'll be looking at improving our recording and reporting of these timesheets and incident reports.
Currently, the wardens are operating in approximately 5 notorious areas in the city. This has also seen a shift with the increase in crime in other areas that have no warden visibility. Therefore, the management plans to increase the program's capacity to other areas in the city.
Operating on only 5 area of operations, we call them AOs in police terms. That's starting from 9 Mile, Gordons, Boroko, Manu, and Badili. Okay, this year we have plans to expand operations to Aroma and Waigani. Aroma, Waigani, and Koni. These plans are in place, so we've did a submission. In order to capture these areas, we have to do budget and all these things for them. So we did do a submission to the commission, and we are awaiting the response. If they can allocate funds to expand our operations to these new hotspots, we are ready and willing to go.
Australia's Ambassador for Global Health, Chris Cannon, completed his first official visit to Papua New Guinea, in highlighting the strong partnership in improving health outcomes across the country. During his visit, Ambassador Cannon toured clinics, hospitals and research centers in Port Moresby and Goroka, meeting health officials, frontline workers and community volunteers. He praised PNG's health workforce and stressed on the importance of collaboration. Chris Cannon says progress is possible, but only through sustained collaboration will match high-level ambition with practical local delivery. Australia's recent support of 6.1 million kina to PNG's polio response brings a total support to 21.3 million kina, which is about 7 million kina Australian dollars. Ambassador Cannon also witnessed new treatments for drug-resistant TB, HIV services and maternal care initiatives at the Matoria Health Centre and Waniati Maternal Waiting Home. TVWAN News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSP's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with PSP's One Talk Wallet. PSP's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
When you're all in, anything can happen. Grab a Coca-Cola and enjoy the moment.
here, Mama.
You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaro, get up a big smile on face. Time cook him chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, P&G and Mia. Fine P&G made.
New Fabuloso multi-purpose cleaner with an irresistible fragrance that lasts all day long, creating a field of flowers in every corner of your home with an irresistible fragrance that lasts and lasts all day long. Fabuloso, irresistible fragrance.
Welcome back. The Maupa Levapuka Tovi Cultural Festival ended on high note with strong performances and support, highlighting the growing importance of culture along the Aroma coast.
From sunrise to sunset, the Aroma Primary School grounds were filled with the sounds of drums, singing and celebration as the final day delivered a full program of cultural activities. Communities from across the district gathered, with students and elders performing side by side in traditional dances, storytelling and song. For many young performers, it was their first time on stage in front of their communities.
I am so pleased and I'm excited, and also it's a first of its kind in Aroma Coast after 40 years.
Chairman Avis Vanua says the festival has grown from a small event into a district-wide celebration, bringing together communities from Kilerakwa to Paramana. He says the vision is to take the festival even further in the coming years.
This is the district. By 2027, I'm taking this cultural festival up to a provincial level.
The National Cultural Commission has thrown its support behind the event, committing funding and recognizing its importance on the national calendar. David Time also acknowledged the efforts of organizers and the importance of sustaining such events.
People can talk tourism, but if you don't have product, you cannot bring tourists. So we have a product now. So it is our responsibility now for cultural aspect. When people on NCC come in, we will assist you guys in terms of maintaining and promoting our arts and culture. I'm also pleased that our colleagues from our sister organization, the Tourism Promotion Authority, they have heard our call, and they will also be supporting us. With this year, National Cultural Commission will be helping you on the legal managers. We will support you with 10,000 for this event this year, and we will continue to support you next year.
Thank you.
An additional 10,000 kina support was also announced from the Tourism Promotion Authority, reinforcing confidence in the festival's future. Carol Kidu Jr., TV1 News.
Cultural identity and youth participation took center stage at the Maupa Levapuka Tovi Cultural Festival in Aroma, with community leaders calling for stronger efforts to preserve traditions while embracing modern influences.
The festival brought together more than 20 participating groups in a vibrant showcase of culture, tradition and community spirit. At the heart of the event was a message of unity, ensuring that culture remains alive for future generations. Chairman of the Veralemo Foundation, Wali Makara, clarified that the foundation supports the Maupa Levapuka Tovi Cultural Association in delivering the festival.
Basically, we wanted to differentiate the role of the foundation. That's the association that's under the chairman of Mr. Avis Vanua. That's the Maupa Levapuka Tovi Cultural Association, registered under the National Cultural Commission. We as a foundation, our role, how we fit into the association and why we assisting the association's activities, programs. Just to show where we come in, how we have helped, and why we are helping them. Yeah.
He also reflected on the deep historical roots of the Aroma community.
My great-great-great-grandfather, he was responsible for accepting the gospel. When Reverend James Chalmers of London Missionary Society came and landed on the shores of Aroma, he was the one who accepted him as a friend, and that's how the gospel got introduced, or Christianity got introduced in this part of Aroma.
Makara says this history highlights the connection between culture and Christianity.
Both can exist side by side as long as they promote peace and harmony in the society.
This year's theme aligns with Papua New Guinea's 50 years independence, reflecting on the past while looking ahead. A key focus of the Maupa Levapuka Tovi Cultural Festival is encouraging young people to actively live their culture.
When we impart that knowledge to a younger generation, they live with it. They live with it on a daily basis.
Makara says this can help address social challenges and strengthen identity within communities. In support of participants, the foundation also made a financial contribution.
So we be giving away about 5,000 kina in total cash. That's about 200 kina per group.
Compared to last year's launch, this year's event showed clear growth and stronger participation.
Seeing the community participating in and seeing the interest of the students, especially the schools, it's definitely going to be one step up again come 2027.
With growing interest from schools, communities and stakeholders, the Maupa Levapuka Tovi Cultural Festival is set to become a key platform for preserving culture in Papua New Guinea. Carol Kidu Jr., TVWAN News.
Transparency and accountability have emerged as key priorities at the Maupa Levapuka Tovi Cultural Festival in Aroma, as organizers move to clearly define roles and responsibilities to strengthen trust and ensure the long-term success of the growing cultural event.
While the festival celebrates tradition and identity, this year's focus has also turned to how the event is managed behind the scenes. With increasing participation and stakeholder interest, organizers say clarity is now more important than ever. Chairman of the Verelemo Foundation, Wali Makara, says the foundation made a conscious effort to clearly outline its role in supporting the festival.
We just wanted to make it clear to the participants and the community that we as a foundation, our role, how we fit into the association and why we are assisting the association's activities, programs.
Makara says being transparent about responsibilities helps build confidence among participants and the wider community, especially as the festival continues to expand. He adds that accountability is critical when working with partners, sponsors and cultural groups who invest time and resources into the event. Beyond governance, the festival also carries a deeper purpose, ensuring culture is actively passed on to younger generations.
At a younger age, to preserve culture, we can document it on paper and video, but what value does it add when it's just document? It's a document sitting in an office collecting dust. But when we impart that knowledge to a younger generation, they live with it. They live with it on a daily basis.
Thank you very much, what you've been parents, for their mind. Now we provide you the Talikura for supporting them. While you're a part of our culture. And thank you very much, teachers and also volunteers.
Organizers believe that combining strong leadership with cultural education can help address social challenges while strengthening identity. The Verelemo Foundation, in supporting the participating groups, is reinforcing its commitment to both cultural preservation and responsible partnership. As the Maupoleva Pukatovi Cultural Festival continues to grow, organizers say transparency and accountability will remain central to its future, ensuring the event not only celebrates culture, but is built on trust and strong community leadership. Carol Kido Jr., TV1 News.
You're watching TV1 News. Sports is next. Stay with us.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, PSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at PSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. PSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE.
Start your day by doing the 1, 2, 3 with Colgate. Wake up. Brush your teeth. And smile. Smile throughout your day with Colgate.
Central Province is our home.
The tides of the Coral Sea are our heartbeat. From the coast to the mountains,
Traditions pass generation to generation.
the sea and our gardens sustain us.
Our songs carry our legends through time.
Our home is Central Province. Our nation is Papua New Guinea.
Welcome back. The Papua New Guinea's women's national team, the PNG Belums, have returned to camp following a week-long break after their successful Round 2 campaign in Fiji. Players and team officials reconvene in Port Moresby, with training officially resuming this week at the PNG Football Stadium as preparation intensifies for the final round of the FIFA Women's World Cup Oceania qualifiers in New Zealand next month.
The Papua New Guinea women's football team will remain in camp in Port Moresby as they fine-tune their preparations ahead of departure on April 8. The PNG Belums are set to face American Samoa in the semi-final on April 12 at FMG Stadium, Waikato, with a place in the final on April 15 at North Harbour Stadium at stake. Victory in the semi-final would see Papua New Guinea progress to the final, where they will meet the winner of Fiji and New Zealand in a decisive clash for qualification to the FIFA Women's World Cup 2027. The winner of the Oceania qualifiers will secure direct entry to the global showpiece, while the runner-up will advance to the Intercontinental Playoff for another opportunity to reach the World Cup. Following a strong showing in Round 2, the PNG Belums return to camp with confidence and focus as they continue their pursuit of a historic World Cup qualification. The Papua New Guinea Football Association calls on all Papua New Guineans to continue supporting the team as they prepare to carry the nation's hopes into the final stage of the qualifiers. Susan Oreape, TV1 Sports.
Due to non-conducive playing surface at Moresby Southside Stadium, Calgary, over the past days brought about the current unfavorable weather conditions being experienced across the region, JT Rugby League 9's tournament director has advised participating teams that all scheduled games since Thursday this week have been put on hold until weather improves and playing surface dries up. Matches have been tentatively set for next weekend.
In a short video posted on the JT9's official page, Tournament Director Bagalo Solian explains that due to bad weather experience in the past week, his biggest concern at the moment is both the safety of the players and safeguarding the playing pitch, especially playing on a soft surface and the damage it can have on the facility, which is costly and can further delay the games.
What we're currently experiencing right now, we had a continuous rains on Thursday early morning, Thursday night, and or early Friday yesterday. Towards the afternoon, the weather cleared a bit, but the cloud cover is still there. The cloud cover is the reason why the field hasn't dried up yet. We need sunshine for at least 2 days to ensure that the field hardens up and dries up and it's safe and usable for everyone.
Again, Director is asking for understanding and patience from everyone as this is beyond their control. Solian further explains that staging 80 games non-stop on one weekend will definitely take its toll on the playing surface, causing more damage than good to the facility, thus further delaying the tournament.
Unfortunately, the rains have come and not flooded the field, but have softened the surface of the field. With a soft plain surface, if we play 1 or maybe 2 or maybe 7 or 8 games, that's fine. We have 80 games to conclude the tournament. And those 80 games will definitely take its toll, and we will lose a lot of grass. We'll kill the grass, of course, and we will damage the playing surface. That's my biggest concern.
Solian revealed that last December the district spent 24,000 kina on refurbishing the playing surface, which is now in good nick than its original state, where they had issues with waterlog that would hold for days.
Just recently in December, the district spent another 24,000 kina on refurbishment of the field surface. We had 240 cubic sand drop on the surface, and we spread that sand all over the field. That has helped with the drying of the surface. When you water the field, it dries up faster. But when you have continuous rains and stuff like that, it softens the surface. So that's the issue we have now, a soft plain surface, not a flooded plain surface.
Director said weather permitting, all outstanding matches for the under-18 women's and senior men's have been scheduled for next Saturday and Sunday, March 28 and 29. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
The Kande team on Saturday, March 21st, showed strong signs ahead of their debut in this year's Digital ExxonMobil Cup after an impressive trial match win over the Engamioks in Gorka.
The National Sports Institute came alive over the weekend as the two Digital ExxonMobil Cup franchise teams went hand-to-hand in an action-packed trial. Both the Kandes and NPL Engamioks fielded two sides, each giving young and experienced players a chance to prove themselves. In the opening match, the Mioks' second side showed better organization and execution. Mioks Team 2 defeated Kandes Team 2 20 points to 6. The Kande development squad featured players from the Kafana SMU Rugby League, a key feeder competition for the new franchise. But the main game told a different story. Under the watchful eye of head coach Stanley Tappen, the Kande stepped up in both attack and defense. Kande's Team 1 defeated Engamioks 24 points to 6. The Mioks made up of mixed young and experienced players and used the match to test their combinations ahead of the final squad selections. The match also marked a special moment with Fayantina Construction Managing Director Wale Pesano officially kicking off the main game. With the season approaching, both teams will now fine-tune their preparations as Kandes continue to build confidence ahead of their historic Digital ExxonMobil Cup debut. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
The poor old Old Tigers will be sweating on the skins of their chief players Jeremy Luai and Adam Dewey after both had to leave the field late in the second half last night in the defeat against Rabbiters. Coach Benjamin Marshall said that Luai will have scans on his knee, but said he thought he would be out for at least 4 weeks, whilst Dewey came off with a hamstring injury and will need to go for scans to gauge the severity of the injury. The Tigers will be frustrated to come away with nothing from that game. Tigers dominated possession and field position at times. However, South's defense proved pretty tough to break down. This ends the sports segment, and now the weather. The PNG National Weather Service has issued a heavy rain and flood warning in parts of Highlands Region, New Island, Bougainville, New Britain, Berber, Oro, Milne Bay, Central and Western provinces. Rainfall is expected over the mentioned areas within the next 12 to 24 hours, which may cause flash and riverine flooding. Landslides are also likely to occur in prone areas. All residents of the mentioned areas are advised to take necessary precautions during the warning period. And that ends the news tonight. Pleasant viewing. Good night.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by